The Real Game from Idea to Remarkable Product. Entrepreneur Revolution Part 4. Imagine a young entrepreneur sitting in their room at night. A notebook is open in front of them, a blank document is on the laptop screen, and an idea is swirling in their mind, one that they feel can change the world. But the fear starts right here, because there is no shortage of ideas in the world. There is a shortage of people who can actually turn an idea into a product and get it to the market. The curiosity is, how does a simple thought actually become a valuable product for the customer? And what is that path where mess, failure and confusion come together to lay the foundation of a remarkable business? In the previous part, we saw that a global small business isn't built just by having an online presence. It requires a customer journey, a product ladder and trust-building steps. We understood the ascending transaction model, meaning the ATM, where a gift, prospect product, core product, and a logical next step come together to gradually bring the customer closer to the brand. But now, the question changes. If you have the idea for a product ladder, how do you actually create that product? Just thinking about it doesn't generate value. This is exactly where Daniel Priestley talks about the value creation cycle. This cycle explains how an entrepreneur transforms their imagination into market reality. This cycle isn't a straight road. It has turns, confusion, trials, feedback, and sometimes it feels like the idea might not even work. But this very process is what sets an entrepreneur apart. An employee usually follows instructions, but an entrepreneur learns to pave a path even in an unclear situation. The first phase of the value creation cycle is the idea. Every business starts with a thought, but cognizant of the fact that every thought doesn't become a business. Someone feels that a better learning app can be built for kids. Someone feels that local food can be sold with premium packaging. Someone feels that small business owners need simple finance tools. Someone feels that an affordable service model can be created for rural customers. An idea is often born out of a complaint. Where people say this is a problem, the entrepreneur asks, can a better solution be made for this? But just a good idea isn't enough. In the era of the internet, ideas can be found everywhere. The real value lies in the execution. The market doesn't reward an idea. The market rewards the solution that actually makes the customer's life easier. That's why an entrepreneur must fall in love with their idea, but not so much that they stop listening to feedback. The second phase is the mess. This is the exact stage that most people get scared of. Because here the idea no longer looks beautiful. It starts looking messy and tangled. You think the product will be like this, the customer will react like that, and sales will come in this way. But as soon as the work begins, reality turns out to be different. The supplier gets late, the design looks bad, the customer doesn't get the message, the cost goes up, and the direction isn't clear to the team. This is the mess. But the mess isn't a failure. It is a natural part of value creation. This is where the idea starts hitting the ground. The mess tells you where the gaps are in your thinking. It shows what was good only in your imagination, and what can actually work in the market. A lot of people quit at this very stage. They feel that confusion means the idea is wrong, but many times, confusion means the idea is taking shape. A sculptor doesn't make a statue the moment they look at a stone. First there are strikes, dust flies, the shape gets distorted, and then gradually the form emerges. An entrepreneur's mess is just like that. From the outside it looks like chaos, but from the inside, clarity is being built. The third phase is the beta version. Here the entrepreneur puts their idea in front of the world in a small form. A beta version isn't a perfect product. It is a test. Its job is to learn from the market, not to impress the market. Many people keep waiting for perfection before launching a product. They spend months on the logo, packaging, website, and every single detail. But until real customer reaction comes in, you don't even know which direction the product should go. A beta version could be a sketch, a demo, a sample product, a small workshop, or a limited service trial. The benefit of this is that you learn a big lesson at a low cost. If the customer is confused, you can fix the messaging. If they don't like a feature, you can change the product. If the price feels too high, you can improve the way you explain the value of the offer. A beta version humbles the ego and prioritizes learning. It tells the entrepreneur, listen first, build later. Even in today's startup world, thinking like the minimum viable product works on this very logic. Build a small version first, then learn from the user. But beta doesn't mean careless work. A beta can be small, but it must be honest. The customer should feel that you are genuinely trying to build a solution. The fourth phase is the commercial version. This is the stage where the product becomes fit to be sold in the market. Now you have feedback, basic clarity, and you have an idea of what the customer finds valuable. A commercial version isn't the final masterpiece. It is a market-ready version through which the business starts generating revenue. Here the entrepreneur has to focus on pricing, delivery, customer support, the sales process and repeatability. Many creators make the product, but they don't build the process to sell it. In business, both the product and the process go hand in hand. The goal of the commercial version is to prove that people are willing to pay money for your product. Likes, comments and compliments can be good signals, but the real test of a business happens with a payment. When a customer pays money, they aren't just giving appreciation, they are giving trust. And trust is the most expensive currency in business. But getting satisfied just with the commercial version is also dangerous, because the market can copy it quickly. If your product is easily understood and easily copied, competition will arrive soon. That's why the final phase of the value creation cycle is the most important. This phase is about making a remarkable version. A remarkable product is one that people naturally want to talk about. It doesn't just work, it stays memorable. A remarkable product gives the customer an experience that makes them think twice before replacing it. This product goes beyond features. It includes meaning, identity, trust, and an emotional connection. In Daniel Priestley's thinking, to make a commercial product remarkable, 3 things are absolutely necessary. Make it meaningful, decommoditize it, and make it oversubscribed. A meaningful product doesn't just fulfill an external need. It also addresses the customer's internal feelings. A phone is no longer just a machine to make calls. It has become a part of memories, connection, work, entertainment, and identity. Brands like Apple often don't just show the product in terms of specs, they connect it with a lifestyle and experience. When a product finds a place in the story of a customer's life, it becomes meaningful. A small business can do this too. A local cafe doesn't just sell coffee, it can sell comfort, conversation, and belonging. A coaching business doesn't just sell lectures, it can give confidence and direction to the student. A financial service doesn't just sell numbers, it can give a sense of clarity, control, and future security. The second thing is decommoditization. This means saving your product from becoming a commodity. A commodity is something that a customer compares solely on price, like whether it is cheap or expensive. If your product gets stuck in a price war, profits will shrink, pressure will increase, and the brand will weaken. Decommoditizing means adding such unique value to the product that the customer doesn't just look at the price. Packaging, story, origin, process, quality, service, guarantee, and community, all of these can make a product stand out. Black salt can just be black salt. But if a brand presents it with a Himalayan origin, purity, a health-conscious lifestyle, and premium packaging, the perception can completely change. Value isn't built just in the item, it is also built in its meaning and presentation. Understanding market perception is a major skill for an entrepreneur. The third thing is being oversubscribed. This means keeping the demand slightly ahead of the supply. This isn't about creating artificial drama. It means wisely managing a limited capacity while protecting quality. If a small business takes on more orders than its capacity, delivery can get messed up. The customer will be disappointed and trust will break. It is better to take on limited clients, deliver strong results, and then gradually scale up capacity. When people see that your product isn't easily available all the time, the desire for it can increase. But scarcity works only when the product is genuinely valuable. Without value, scarcity just looks like a marketing trick. To become a remarkable product, a business must constantly read customer signals. Which feature are people repeating, what is delighting them, and what is turning into a complaint? The value creation cycle isn't a one-time process. It runs over and over again. With every new version comes a new idea, a new mess, a new beta, and a new improvement. This is why great businesses never stop. They learn even after launching, they improve, and they evolve with the customer. In part 3, we built the ladder of the customer journey. In part 4, we understood how to fill the product placed on that ladder with value. If the gift is weak, the prospect product is confusing, the core product is ordinary, and the next step is forced, the whole ATM model will weaken. But if every product has come out of the value creation cycle, the customer will feel progress at every step. An entrepreneur's job isn't just to sell things, it is to create value. Money is the result of value, not the starting point. In today's world, small businesses have technology, global reach, and the power to reach a niche audience. But the businesses that cannot turn an idea into a remarkable product will get lost in the noise. So don't judge your idea too quickly. Let it go through the mess. Build a beta. Get feedback. Make it commercial. Then, do the hard work to make it remarkable. A true entrepreneur is one who makes their imagination useful in the real life of the customer. Now the question is, once the product becomes remarkable, how do you generate demand in the market? In the next part, we will understand how an entrepreneur builds their identity, influence and authority so that the customer doesn't just see the product but also trusts the person standing behind it. Imagine a small entrepreneur has an idea.
If this video has taught you something new, or if you feel this information should reach more people, don't forget to like and share the video. Your small share can become valuable and useful information for someone else. If you have any questions related to this topic, or if you would like to share your opinion with us, be sure to write in the comment box. We read every question and suggestion from you, because your feedback inspires us to create better content. And if you want to keep receiving such interesting and reliable information about business, the economy, and the world in the future, then don't forget to subscribe to our channel GRT Business and also press the bell icon so that you get notifications of every new video directly. At GRT Business, we always strive to provide you with accurate, balanced, and reliable information. Our news and analysis are prepared based on information obtained from various news agencies, public sources, and public opinion. We make every effort to verify and validate each fact as much as possible. But in case of any possible error or dispute, the responsibility lies with the respective sources. Our only aim is to present you with a correct and trustworthy perspective so that you can understand any topic better.